Well, you know me. I wiggle me hips at a yard brush if it were wearing pants. But even I drew the line at this bloke. Not our Elsie though.
Then he must have been rough.
Thank you, Vita.
You're welcome, Bet.
Well, what was wrong with him?
I thought I told you, Riley, about interrupting these grown-up conversations.
Take no notice, go on.
Well, he didn't look all that rough. I mean, he got a suit on and a tie and a collar. But even if my mate behind the bar had no on me, I could smell he put women on a bad par with egg on chips. He'd be shouting, get up them stairs in a bungalow.
And Elsie really fell for him, did she?
You see that? Now the palms of her hands will be sweating and her little piggy eyes will be getting more bloodshot by the second. She gets like that when she has to handle a tin pipe of tobacco.
Did she, Bet?
Well, she was like them rub holes in her stockings under the table with his bony little knees when I left.
Is that a fact?
Ooh, now who's getting out under the collar?
I'm merely taking a polite interest in the life and times of a friend, that's all.
That's your story.
Watch you. Isn't she getting cocky? So, do you reckon Elsie might have ended up throwing caution to the wind and singing for the supper?
I don't know, Cock. All I know is I had my supper on my own. Again. See ya.
Ta-ra, love.
Do you like the rough and ready type of man, Rita?
It'd be bad luck if I didn't.
Why?
I'm wed to one.
Look at you.
Well, I think she's gone crackers. Else she's in a second childhood. That's what I think.
Do you?
Well, I mean to say, a woman at her time of life collecting fellas like they were co-op stamps. Talk about playing new tunes on an old fiddle. She's giving a flipping concert.
Hilda!
Yeah?
Did you actually see a chap in Elsie's last night?
Well, no. Well, it wouldn't be her clumping up and down the stairs at 2 o'clock in the morning in size 12 boots now, would it?
Well, I still believe you've got a very vivid imagination, lovely.
Nowhere near vivid enough to imagine what was going on in that house last night, I'll tell you.
Credit to me, that car. Talk about showroom condition.
Keeping well in with her, are you?
I don't have to keep well in, do I? I mean, I'm basically one of the family, just like Eunice soon will be.
Well, I'm thinking of asking for a rise. Extra folk in the house, extra muck.
Oh, she'll never wear that, never in a month of Sundays.
Oh, I don't know. I think of Mrs. Walker. I think she's a very warm and generous person, I really do.
Oh, Fred, you took up to an go-to that suited you?
Speak as you find, Betty, speak as you find. That's my motto.
You wanted?
See, she can't go too long without having to refer to me.
Can you really see them three getting on together, living under the same roof? Her and Fred and Eunice.
Well, Fred seems to think they'll be like peas in a pod.
Mrs. Walker,
Fred.
can I just say something first? Rupert, out there like a dog with a new nose he is. They haven't even polished it yet.
Do you know, I think he's improved in appearance. It's as though he realises he's got a position to live up to at last.
Definitely, Mrs. Walker. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, I've been thinking about you and Eunice staying here until you have a licensed house of your own.
Eunice, she was overwhelmed with your generosity, she really was.
Really?
Me too and all. To think of all the modern comforts of this place. All the mod cons, you know, until we get the crown and kettle sorted. It's been a load for our minds, Mrs. Walker. Eunice, she was saying what a warm and wonderful person you are. It was the very words.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. And it's a relief.
Relief?
Yes, because you see, with all that, I do feel that £10 a week is quite a modest sum.
Mrs. Walker?
Well, this is what I've been thinking about, Fred. What to charge you for your niece's accommodation. And it seems to me that £10 a week is quite fair.
10 quid?
How much do you think it's too modest in these inflationary times?
Oh, no. I think it's very fair, Mrs. Walker, very fair.
Good. That's settled then. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker.
Come on, it's 10 o'clock. I've got work to go to. Come on, it's time you were up and out.
What's all the fuss about, love?
I've told you, I've got work to go to. If I don't go now, I stand a chance of losing my job.
Never spoil a good night out by rushing off to work the next morning. I never do.
Oh, you do work, do you?
We've got nothing better on.
Right, dead lucky you are.
No, just good at what I do. Stick a shovel in my hand and I'll dig through solid rock for you. How many of us since muscle was mechanised?
Right. Well, I'm going now.
Well, if you toddle then, it's going to make you feel any better. Myself, I'm feeling lucky today. Like I can win a few quid.
I want you out of here as well.
Eh?
I want you out of here now.
Come on, Elsie, love, have an heart. I haven't had my breakfast yet. I can eat a dead donkey.
You surely don't expect me to start cooking breakfast?
Well, I was expecting a little reward, but I can do it myself. Don't fret. Have you got any bacon?
My God, you weren't behind the door when they were dissing on cheek, was you?
Well, you should know if anybody does love.
I prefer you out of here.
I prefer if you had some breakfast. I'm a growing lad.
There's some bacon in the fridge in there.
Thanks. I'll have a couple of rashers. I'm not greedy. Give us a kiss to her then. When are we going to have another night out?
We're not.
Oh, didn't you enjoy yourself last night? You gave every impression that you did. You've changed your tune, you have, love. Forgotten last night, have we? You've got a very bad memory.
I was drunk last night.
I must have been too, seeing you in broad daylight.
You pig!
Stop giving me the compliments, love. Hey, forgot to ask. You got any eggs?
You know what I reckon, don't you? I reckon you and Ken Blake just trod through claymores or something when you were in Scotland. That's what I reckon.
Oh, Alf, you've guessed. But listen, you won't tell anyone, will ya? Or else as father the Earl will disinherit him.
That's what he did last time, you know. Got married suddenly. Nobody knew out about it.
Not this time.
What do you think?
Masterpiece.
There's no need to be sarky.
There you go, lovely.
Thank you. Cheers! Why am I in the doghouse?
Oh,
There you go again.
what are you on about now?
From the moment I got up this morning, you've either been giving me dirty looks or reducing conversation to the occasional Neanderthalic grunt.
Don't you like letting people know you've been to university?
Oh, I give up.
Well, if you ask me, I'd say you were up to something in Scotland.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. Or else why would you take a divorced woman to meet your late wife's family? To say nothing on your own? Flaunting her about in front of everyone.
You know, Uncle Albert, you have done happy enough when the mood takes you, make the most innocent action appear. Oh, I don't know, clandestine?
Who speak English?
You can make a visit to the church, seem suspicious.
Do you deny that you were up to something?
Yes, I do deny that I was up to something.
What were you doing then?
Well, I wasn't doing very much.
All week?
Yes.
By gum, you must have been bored to flippin' death. How did you introduce her?
Pardon?
It's a simple question. How did you introduce her? As your girlfriend or what?
Well, I didn't actually go around saying, "This is Deidre, my girlfriend," no, but I thought it was fairly implicit that she was.
So she is your girlfriend?
Yes, of course she is. You know, my mother used to give me the third degree like this, what, 20 odd years ago?
Yes, you needed watching then, and you still need watching.
Oh, yes, Mum.
Oh, don't be sarcastic.
So you pick me up at 3:30.
It's a date.
Think about me.
That's easy.
Isn't it a lovely day?
She's too happy by far for my liking.
What gets me is it's all down to Fred. He makes me sick.
Has he got money?
Well, if he has, he's not spending it on socks. Had 5 pairs out the other day on the line. Looked like birds had been at him. Mrs. Walker told him to fetch him in.
Did you say vodka and tonic?
No.
I heard.
Here, Betty.
How was it, love?
How old is Eunice?
Well, hard to tell.
50.
Oh, I don't think she's that old.
Come here, you.
What?
How old is Eunice?
I have no idea, Carl. Wait a sec. Fred,
Yeah?
Eunice is a little younger than you, isn't she?
She is, but only by a little bit though.
She'll be 44.
Younger than you.
Shut up.
Hey, do you know where we're going this afternoon, me and Eunice?
Mother care?
Give over. We'll go on the registrars. All the form filling, all the particulars and that. Won't be long now, eh?
Are you having any bridesmaids?
Me, eh, Fred?
Give over, it's not a carnival.
Watch it.
You got a best man, Fred?
Oh, good question. Must be hard finding a best man when you got no mates.
Give over, Bet Lynch. I'll find one, don't you worry.
Chew in it, Len.
Me?
You volunteered.
Do us a favour.
Oh, hello, Cock. Wonder where they got to.
Come
Not
on,
just this
where
minute
is
coming
she?
home. Who
Left
you on
her in
about?
bed, have you?
Oh, what are you on about?
Mrs. Tanner. Elsie Tanner.
This is a mate's house. We had a skinful last night. He let me stay in the sofa. He's gone to work. There's no one here.
Oh. And your mate wears heeled shoes, does he? And a headscarf.
They must be his wife. I've not seen her.
There is only one woman who lives here, and that's Elsie Tanner. And she's not wed. Not now, but she has been before.
And now she lives with a bloke, my mate.
Come off it, Bill. Do you know where I've just come from?
No.
The Lord Nelson. Your second home.
Oh, big God behind the bar, eh? Is that what it was? Well, I'll tell you something. Don't take account of what she says. She's a witch. She's had it in for me ever since I give her the brush off and she wouldn't let me buy my own ale.
Oh. Speaker pay and pay for this last night, did you?
Not me, no.
Didn't you really, Bill?
No.
Now that fiver you took on my purse last night.
Father, you've gone potty, you.
You steal me money, you spend it on booze and a common tart, and you stop with her all night. I'll tell you something, mate. I've had it. I've had it right up to here with you. You're not a fella. You're an animal. Do you hear me? You're a blooming animal.
Oh, you damn stuck bitch!
Oh!
With you in a minute. Hey, stop it! Oh, it's you. Trying to get rid of me already, are you?
Ah, yes, I can hide you under the beef burgers and nobody will find you for weeks.
Right.
Rosen,
So would yours be if you're being face down in freezers for 15 minutes?
you need to get danger money.
I do.
How are you?
Oh, you know, surviving.
Yes, me too. Born of life, isn't it?
Oh, Ken, I'm so happy. I feel as if I'm going to...
Oh, sorry, I wouldn't want to disturb you for the world, but she's got a spud pie in the oven and I think it might be burning.
Hey, you better watch him. Fancies himself as a detective.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Is that so?
Wanted to get something, did you?
No.
Just wanted to chat with Deirdre?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you'll have a lot to talk about, won't you? I mean, haven't made this momentous decision, wouldn't you say?
You know, Alf, you and Uncle Albert ought to join forces. You could do better as a team. You could even be the next Starsky and Hutch.
Bye, love.
Bye, lover.
Think yourselves that clever, don't you? Pair of you.
We're not doing nothing wrong. It's you who's making a flipping Christmas cake out of nothing. Afternoon, Mrs. Ogden.
I love a jar of raspberry jam, please.
Putting Stan on shop whistles, are we?
No, we just want Mrs. Rice pudding there, a big dollop of jam on.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
Well, he's only just started. He's also got me cutting off the crust of his bread and all. Well, you've got to hand it to her, haven't you?
Who?
Elsie Tanner. She's got a fella stopping the night and it's still going on.
What is?
The orgy. I don't know where she gets her energy from. You want to hear the racket in there. I get tired from a dirty lot these days.
See, Alf, you're obviously concentrating on the wrong case. You'd get a lot more mileage out of Elsie Tanner.
So what else is new?
There you are, love. Is your headache really bad?
It feels like a little man inside me out banging on a tin drum.
Why can't you go home?
I can't. Sandra's cleared off. Worn out, she said, with me being off the rest of the week.
Well, there's always a price to pay if you go out on the razzle.
Oh, Bet been in, has she?
Oh, I don't know. Mavis, has Bet been in?
Well, you know very well she has.
Oh, aye, she was in this morning. She did mention she went out with you last night. She never complained of a headache, though. Still,
What?
she didn't end up with a fella.
I can imagine what Bet told you. I'm at relish. But let me tell you something. What she told you isn't as half as spicy as the truth. Not one half.
She did say he was hardly Mr. Super Smooth. What was the word she used? Earthy.
Oh, read her out, could you?
I know. It's right to the bone now.
It was right to the heart, you could see.
Well, here's to May the 13th then. I hope it's a perfect day.
Oh, it's bound to be.
Whatever the weather.
It isn't a Friday, is it? The 13th?
No, it's on a Wednesday.
Ah, yes. You don't mind me making small charge for accommodation, do you, dear?
No, of course not.
You see, I thought you'd rather be a paying guest than just a lodger. Will it be a big wedding?
No, there'll be about half a dozen at the most. Won't there, Fred?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, a big wedding isn't a guarantee of happiness now, is it, Miss Walker? Mine was a first top hat do, 85 guests, champagne, and it turned out to be the world's worst.
I'd rather a big wedding.
Was your husband a dead leg?
Oh, hardly no. I chose superbly well.
Like I've done this time.
Me too, pussycat.
Well, if you don't mind, I have a phone call to make.
Certainly, Mrs. Walker.
Do help yourself to tea and cake.
Oh, you're too kind. Stingy old bat.
Now, Eunice, we've got to live together, remember? It won't be for much longer, but it'll seem shorter if we're on friendly terms.
Suppose so. Hey, how long do you think it'll be till we hear about the Crown and Kettle?
We'll hear about it before we wed, no danger.
I hope so.
Now, next thing for me to do is to sort out who's going to be my best man.
Who have you got in mind?
Well, my best mate.
Who's that?
Alfie Roberts.
Al? You alright, Al?
Oh, I was just looking to see what the shop looked like from the customer's point of view, you know. I was looking at it how she'd see it.
If you don't mind me saying, that's sexist.
What is?
Assuming that shopping's a women's job, too trivial for men.
Listen, it's mainly women that come into this shop, and until that changes, and it's men who come in here and women who go to work, I'm catering for women.
It'll come.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will. Starts in Birmingham, goes down south, and then into Chester.
It'll never get past Stockport. That's where women's lip shops stop. Always has done. This is frontier country, lass. Am I right, Fred?
What about?
He reckons the first thing you'll do when you and Eunice tie the knot is give her a good hiding, put her in her place.
True.
My God, if Ken tried to give me an hiding.
Oh, aye.
And that is not an admission of anything, Alf Roberts.
Alf, I just wanted a word.
Oh, is this going to be men's talk? Are you going to swear and all that? Because if you are, I'll take my sweet obedient woman self into the back.
What's gone into her? Has she been injected with gramophone needles or something?
They all have, mate.
Well, it's just, me and Eunice, well, we've set a date.
Oh, when?
May 13th.
Oh, great.
And, well, I was needing a best man. So I thought, I've got plenty of pals to choose from, but I thought to choose someone who'd be chuffed about it, so I thought, well, why not my old pal and sparring partner, Alfie Roberts?
Me? Oh, well, I'll have to check my diary and that sort of thing, you know. I've got my council work and that, you know.
Oh yeah, but you'll be in touch then?
Oh, aye, definitely.
Be good.
May 13th, you said?
Yeah, May 13th, the day my boat comes in more ways than one, eh?
My God, Alf, you might have shown a bit more enthusiasm.
Well, it came as a bit of a shock, didn't it? I mean, I never thought as Fred G as being my best pal. Gonna be a right Tommy Kelly sort of do. Be all pork pies and beer in that order. Mind you, if it were Ken that were asking.
My God, you don't give up, do ya?
Turn to the demon drink, are we, Ilse?
Well, it's like this, you see. Stan hasn't come home for his tea yet. So I thought to myself, right, sunshine, two can play at this game. So I went through his best jacket and found a quiz he didn't know he had.
Good thinking. Oh, and here's another one. Elsie.
Hello, kids.
What are you having? Hilda's coming to money.
Hey, won't run into her sort of drinks.
Gin and tonic, please.
You, not working today then?
As a matter of fact, Hilda, I've just finished.
That's funny. I could have sworn I heard noises around yours at lunchtime.
Well, you heard noises in my house last week and we all know what a load of codswallop that was.
No, could have sworn.
Thank you.
And there was other noises as well, like someone breaking glass.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, Hilda, you hear noises because you listen. Why don't you give your lug holes a holiday for the change?
Well, you don't feel me, Elsie Tanner. I know what was going on in that house last night and today, and I think it's a disgrace in a respectable street. I'm going to have to ask to have my rates reduced with you treating it like a fairground. I thought you were past this long since.
Well, you did click last night then.
You should know. You've been broadcasting it round enough.
Touché, Mrs. Walker would say. But I'd be damned if I knew what that meant. How'd it go?
Let's just say I got what I expected.
Well, you were warned.
Yes, I was warned.
Lived up to his repulsiveness then, did he?
Much more.
You learnt your lesson.
Let's just say I've given myself a good talking to.
Well, that's something.
I think so, anyway.
Well, you know what makes it more difficult for us? If there wasn't the odd good un, the odd nice fella. I mean, if they were all like him last night, it'd be a case of science fair then. And we'd all sit down to a good game at Newmarket. And to hell with fellas.
Right.
How do you do?
Hello, Elsa. Are you feeling better?
Yes, much thanks.
So who's having a drink on me then? Fella paid a bill today that I thought I'd left the country.
Now he tells me when he's got me in here instead of Midlands.
Elsa?
No, it's alright. One's enough for me tonight. I've had more than enough for myself last night. See ya.
It's alright, I'll join the Mothers' Union with you. You're on.
She's booked up, hasn't she?
She's a realist, Elsie.
We all are.
You what?
Never said a word. I'll have a vodka and tonic.
Oh, and I'll have a very, very large gin if I'm in on the celebrations.
I'll tell you what it's like. We can have a single now and another one later, or we can have a double and go straight home.
Oh, he's all wizard with figures, you know.
Oh, and humorous, and handsome, and a bit cuddly.
Yes, oh yes.